so John was like, hey, let's go review AntMan. And I was like, we didn't even watch AntMan yet. But he was like, but we're going to watch AntMan. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going to review AntMan then. And he was like, dude, Civil War's in like 3 weeks. We have to watch AntMan. So I was like, okay, let's review AntMan. And here we are.
What?
I don't know.
Alright then. Anyway, we're here to review Ant-Man. I'm John.
Andrew.
And I'm Mike.
And, back for Infinity War. Road to Infinity War, our MarvelThon. So, I'll tell that a little backwards, but it doesn't matter, we're here. This is actually, our first time seeing this movie. Like, all the way through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I actually really, really like it. And besides just seeing Ant-Man, you know, way back then, in Civil War, for the first time, I mean, it's actually real different to see him in his own standalone film with, you know, his own villain and everything else that's going on. So, I mean, seeing a criminal turn hero is not, like, new, but seeing it in this way for his daughter and everything else that actually happened during this film was actually really interesting, and they put it in such a weird way to where it made it work, and it was really cool. It had really, really funny moments in it too.
Yeah, this is also the first movie of Phase 3 after Age of Ultron, so like everything that has happened in from Age of Ultron is now in effect, and Hank Pym even says about how the Avengers dropped a building on people and stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah, they just don't like it. So I mean, Hank doesn't really like the Avengers, and I mean, Ant-Man just, I think, technically joined the other Avengers. So I mean, they're kind of like their own thing. So, but basically, I like that they bring other people into this. Like we hear that they represent Stark, the Avengers base. They even show Sam Wilson battling Scott. So I forgot his name for a second and just escaped me. So, but that battle was really, really interesting to watch. Like they went back and forth a little bit, but at the end, he ripped the suit apart from the inside, and that's how he won this fight. Also, a key point, that seems like his go-to. So he just wants to jump in people's suits and rip it apart.
Yeah, which is something that happens later.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about that, but he does that he tries to do that in his final fight in the beginning, and he's like, wait, there's no way in. He's also very, very comical. He just kind of says whatever comes to his head. He's like this kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it comes to his head, it's coming out loud. So, what are your thoughts, man? I mean, since you already seen this movie, and this is now
I've seen this about 4 times, I think. Probably by 4 to 10 times, probably. My dad watched it a lot.
4 to 10 times you heard that.
I like the characters. It's just really a funny. It's another fun movie that I really just enjoy to watch, and it sets up the characters pretty good. It sets up Ant-Man. I like that. Michael Pena's hilarious, and Hank Pym's a very good character. I think. It was a good actor choice. Hope is good.
Yeah, Hope's funny, and I like the villain too. The villain actually had I don't know about his purpose really, his whole reason. I understand he wants to be top dog. It's kind of it's the same thing with Iron Man. The person who kind of wanted to surpass the Ant-Man, how he wanted to surpass Iron Man.
He's like I wanna make Daddy proud, but that's not the point. You know, that's what the villain doesn't get. He's trying to make Hank Pym proud, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Hank Pym, that's not what Hank Pym wants. If you're gonna try to do it, you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? Scott Lang, Hank Pym sees Scott Lang and sees that he has the potential to make him proud, and he does.
Yeah, so. I think Paul Rudd does a really good Ant-Man too.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's a great actor.
No one really expected this movie to be anything. It was Ant-Man, are you really gonna make a movie about Ant-Man? But it actually turned out pretty good.
The fight scenes in this movie?
Yeah, visually looks so visually very,
we were
very
sitting
nice.
there just on the edge. We were like, oh my god, we were like, yo, this guy's a monster. What is going on?
Yeah,
he's just straight as savage.
He's appearing, punching someone, disappearing, flinging someone.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, bro. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then when he was fighting against Yellow Jacket, and he kept turning small to dodge punches and turning big again. Then just flipping people. When he grabbed the guy by the shirt and slammed him through the window.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, where did this guy learn how to fight? So, but I mean, being a criminal and everything, and they also showed that in
jail,
showed that in jail that he actually, fought people.
And the training scene with
that's
there
right,
was
with
a training
Hope.
thing,
Yeah, with
With
Hope
Hope.
kicking his ass all the time.
Yeah.
Great.
So I was like sitting there. I was like, they actually show you. That's my one favorite thing about this movie. They actually show you that he has fighting skill.
Yeah.
They show you that he learns it. And some of the other movies, they don't really show that. Like, you just kind of like, oh, all right, you kind of, all right, that's whatever then. They kind of like skip the whole point. And we're like, seeing this, we see he's being trained, and all kinds of different stuff's going on. He encounters another Avenger, and it's kind of like a whole, thing for him.
Yeah, he's like, I fought an Avenger and didn't die. Yeah.
Yeah, and he also pointed out that, Avengers just don't really care who encounters them. They kind of just kill everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Like, it's not like they try to do it on purpose, but
they kind of just,
do.
I mean, they kind of have to. I mean,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for, like, half of the stuff that was going on, they would die instead.
Yeah.
Like, Tony Stark had to kill some of those people between Iron Man 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like,
kill a lot of people.
like
Yeah.
seriously.
Kill a lot of people. There's a lot of people
I
that
think
go.
there was, like, the one person he let go willingly is when he aimed a gun at him, and he was like, oh, yeah, I like no one here. Just left. I was like, all right. No, but, this movie had, like, a lot of hype for me right now, because I'm sitting here, I was watching it, I was like, god damn. And then the movie was over, I was like, wait. I was like, time flew.
Yeah.
So I, like, that tells you how much, like, I actually enjoyed this movie. So, and this is, like, the one Marvel movie that I can't really criticize, like, too much. There's not a lot in the movie that I say I can't like. I mean,
agree.
besides the point that, original Ant-Man, he was in the film, but he wasn't, like, as the Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah. What I did enjoy was that the Ant-Man in this movie was an Ant-Man, and that it showed a passing of a torch, where we might actually we could possibly see that after Infinity War, which is why
and
this
the
whole
Wasp
this
might
whole thing is cool.
have Hank Pym maybe for a minute just return to the suit and help out. Well,
I doubt it. I think
I
if
doubt it,
if anything's gonna happen inside Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's more or less that he might actually be passing.
but it also
The
takes place.
suit-
Yeah.
The suit's gonna be fixed, and on top of that, Ant-Man and the Wasp are both gonna have their suits. I think
Yeah.
Hank might actually be like gone. I think he might be dying. So.
Yeah.
And it sucks to say that because I actually liked this character and I thought he was actually really interesting. And then how Scott has to either combat against him with his own words, and he was like, "Damn, like that's a really good speech, like that's it."
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And then when he had to go give a speech to Hope, saying he does it because he cares for you, and I thought that was really interesting because he actually has to put himself in such situations to where he might not be completely comfortable because he doesn't know these people 100%, but he has to do it because he feels it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
More or less, he's a criminal, and now he's a hero, and be the hero that his daughter wanted him to be. Everything that he's been hearing the entire movie. The only thing, I do have one problem, is that Hank literally, and I know it's part of the film because he was spying on him, repeated everything that was told to him from the first half hour. Notice that? He said everything because he was watching them. He was like, be the hero your daughter wants you to be.
Yeah.
Heard that from the wife. You hear like a bunch of different things that he puts into his own speech. Like,
Yeah.
that was said earlier in the movie, and I was like, wait, I heard this already. I was like, this is kind of like, I don't know. It's just a personal thing. But besides that, I mean, the movie was very phenomenal.
Yeah, they do good on the characters, and maybe the thing that maybe the villain was lacking a little bit, but it was okay.
Oh, and I just want to throw this out there. Scott's a genius. Like, for one, he's a mastermind. Like, in just all things like criminal, he was able to break into his place in the most creative way. I thought that was insane. The whole fingerprint, and then like putting this,
with the
so
ice,
loading up the water,
The ice
and then
in the water,
freezing it. I was like,
Stole the
dude.
suit, and then you try to return the suit, but then
Got cops are called.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was all interesting because it shows you like this character being who he is. I was like, oh my god. I was like, well, like Scott Lang is a monster. Like,
Yeah,
he's
they really
good.
had fun with this movie.
I don't know. I had fun watching it. Like that would be.
Yeah, it's a
movie.
thrill. It's a ride. It's
So,
really fun.
I don't know. There's just so much about this movie.
And I really
could
like how
talk.
they touch upon the quantum realm. I think that's a cool
Oh,
concept.
yeah.
And I want to see more of that in
That-
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That
It
was
seems like a
insane.
really cool stuff, like what's really out there, and
That could be a way they actually. And this sounds really bad, but you could be right. Then he could probably don the suit, and he could probably go into the quantum.
yeah, because maybe I think
Because he's looking into it
now.
now.
Now he's jealous. I would say jealous because now he.
I wouldn't
wants
say jealous, but I'd say interested.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, really
because-
interested now. So I think he
because,
might try to
he-
go in there, and something might happen to him.
So,
or
but guys, I don't know what else we can say. There's a lot about this movie, but we don't want to keep this video running too long. If you guys are interested in what more we have to say about all these other movies, let us know down in the comments down below.
yeah.
Also, we're gonna do rates real quick. So I rate this movie. I'm an 8 actually. I'm gonna rate it an 8. I really like this movie.
I'm gonna give it an 8 also because I can't really
Wow.
find anything I don't really like. It's
That's
not a perfect
crazy.
movie ever, but
It's really
it's
interesting.
enjoyable. Definitely
Yeah,
enjoyable.
really enjoyable.
It does not bother me at all,
You know,
and I have a fun time watching it. And I don't really get bored. It's a fun movie, and I would watch it again, which I probably will.
yeah, we got all 8s across the board, so this is
Yeah.
the first time this will probably ever happen until Infinity War, I think.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, guys, if you have anything interesting that you'd like us to do, or if you want to hear more about anything Marvel related from the movies to the comics. I mean, I know a lot about comics. They know more about other stuff. I guess I don't know. I don't know what they know. Anyway, not the point. Hope you guys liked the video.
Next is Civil War.
Next
Yep,
is
Captain America:
War.
Civil War, one of my favorite movies ever, actually.
Yeah.
Favorite Marvel movies, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
It's okay.
definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, join us for our next videos. As he just said, Civil War. We hope to see you guys there. Have a good one.